Saturday practice in, got a lot of situations worked, a lot of third downs, red zones, 2 minutes, all that kind of stuff, situationally trying to educate them on a lot of things, offense, defense, special teams. Had a solid day, good work, both sides had their moments, so kind of back and forth like typical. So, questions?
Jimbo, it seems like one of the guys we've seen this spring is Fabian Johnson kind of get a lot of time at center. A, what's been your thoughts on him, and B?
Okay, at times. He plays like a young guy. I mean, he's doing some really nice things. Snaps down, holds space. And when if he's confident in what he's doing, he does it well, and he's learning, just the steps and the techniques and the different blitzes and the things that come at him from that standpoint. But been doing a solid job, having a good, solid spring.
This guy was also like 30 pounds in the offseason, it seems. But what are some of those other things that you look for out of a young center? Is it how they pick up the offense, the calls?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing. You got to make all your calls. I mean, you got to get the other guys in line, being able to read fronts and read defenses. And I mean, your zone plays, your gap plays, whatever you're doing, and be able to get the guys on. And then you got to be able to snap the ball first and foremost, and then be able to hold the point inside. And I mean, he's got the ability to he has a chance to be a really good player if he just keeps developing.
So do you have a center potentially that size? Usually they're not quite.
He's about 305. I mean, we had Cam and those guys in there like that. I mean, so yeah, usually any more centers are. I mean, and like I say, Baselli's about. I mean, Eberle's probably he stays 295 to about 302. In that range. Bavion's about 305, 307. But it helps. It does because the interior people are so big now.
In general, how have some of those new pieces on the O-line, guys like Cam, Josh Ball, how have they done when handling the spring overall?
Okay. I mean, they're learning. I mean, they're talking about redshirt freshmen now. I mean, doing good. But Josh is good. I had to sit back the other day with being hurt. Juwan's getting a lot of reps in there. Fritz doing some good things at guard. I really like, I can't even think of it, 70. I mean, who am I talking about? Minshew, having a brain moment. Really, in his pass protection, knowing how to set solid. And those guys, the big thing is when you don't chase on the offensive line and create seams. When your gap is not going or your guy being able to sit back and help, and those guys are really understanding that part of it. I think he's done some really nice things there at that. Rubel's actually had a very good deal. Ricky was playing very solid, just pulled a hamstring blocking somebody. I mean, it was actually more of a groin type deal. Just sitting down blocking and pass blocking and just had a deal there. But I think hopefully he'll be back in a couple of days, I'm hoping. But they've done a nice job in there. Something better. And good thing to get Robbins back out there today. He had that ham that was from off-season program. He had a slightly pulled ham, and I say slightly, but hamstrings are bothersome, take a while. But he got back out there today. It was good to see him.
You see these guys kind of progress the way they have. I mean, what's it like for you to see that, knowing that, hey, in a few months' time?
Well, we still got a lot of work to do. I mean, you still got a lot of work to do. I mean, any time, I don't care whatever O-line you talk about, whether it's experienced or not coming back, whatever. O-line is a constant communication, changing thing of people, how they do stuff. It's one of the hardest positions to teach and coach by far. As like I said, on offense, it's so much harder to be good on offense than it is on defense. And the timing and rhythm and the communication and things that got to go on. And, those guys up front are learning and getting better. And but that's always, I mean, no matter, you had experienced guys or not, that O-line is a constant communication deal. And then you got to communicate it with the backs and make sure the tight ends and everybody else are on page too, because who they pick up and all those things. But it's been pretty solid from the assignment point.
You mentioned Rupel. How's he doing for that left tackle?
No, he's been a right tackle. Yeah, he's staying right tackle. He's actually played well. Gotten bigger, stronger, holds the point better, got a little more juice, but he's been playing solidly.
What are you giving left tackle?
Juwan and Josh Ball.
How's Ethan doing at left guard?
Good, and he had an ankle. He out there playing with a banged up ankle. He's been good. He twisted a couple of days ago, but he got there and played today and did some nice things.
Like the progress your receivers are making,
the guys that are in there, 5 made a couple nice plays today, 80 made a couple plays, but still always got to fight for consistency there. I mean, and it's not, and like I say, sometimes you just got to make sure they're doing the right things every day, but got to push and challenge. I mean, like I said, hopefully we'll get 18 back. He did some things today, an individual. Like I say, Trey they were running routes and Trey ran into him. I mean, I never had one happen like that before. But, and then 89 he turned an ankle running routes on there, so. But he's out there catching punts, but he can't go laterally right now. He'll probably be out the rest of spring, but he was doing really well. So, from that standpoint, okay.
Nice getting something from Devontae. He's kind of had some.
Yeah, he's had some, and he's still got to grow and learn. But again, he hasn't ever had that workload on where he makes a couple plays. Now he's being asked to make every play and every alignment, every assignment, pass, push, block. Where your blocking assignments are. That's big, especially when you're getting spread stuff in your open field. Your receivers are your tight ends and your fullbacks. So they have to block and be physical, and he's trying to do a better job at that.
Defensive side of the ball, defensive end, obviously you're trying to find someone to replace DeMarcus. Have you seen anything there that you like?
Yeah, I mean, the ends are getting better. The young guys are getting reps, and we're getting better inside in there. They're playing solidly. I mean, DeMarcus is a big guy. You don't replace DeMarcus. You know what I'm saying? You just got to, how you play defense and things. That guy is one of the great players we've had now.
Typically, how does a second scrimmage in spring differ from a first?
I don't know. That'd be interesting to see. Sometimes they've been better, sometimes they've been bad. I mean, that all goes. Just depends on, you got to keep the mindset of your team, and they got to keep pushing and being competitive and going forward, and we'll see.
We saw Josh Sweat was out today. What's going on with him?
His knee, we rest him every so often. He's had that knee, and he gets juice in that knee and gets swelling, which he's always had. You know what I mean? So a certain amount of rest time that we take off of him and keep him off.
Joe, how are those other quarterbacks besides DeAndre?
I mean, that's nothing new. That's something that's been there.
Kind of like a regular maintenance.
It's always like that.
With the core, just
It's always like that. He's been like that always.
Because of the other quarterbacks,
JJ's progressed well. Played well in scrimmage the other day. He and 12. And tell you what, when you make him live, it changes everything. I mean, he got a weird hit at the end, but even 12 was live. And so when he played, he actually picked it up and played better. Played really well in the scrimmage, I thought. What was you saying? And Bailey's picking things up. You see, boy, he throws the deep ball well, the intermediate stuff, picking the offense up. But I like what I'm seeing out of him.
does the fact that he started so many games and the coaches side of things
I think it has, but I mean, he's still learning assignments. But listen, everybody keeps thinking of him. Bailey is talented. Bailey can run. He's got good feet. He throws the ball well. Throws the deep ball well. Very accurate, and things. And I think he's got a chance to be a really, really good player. Really do. As he picks things up, it's gonna be fun to watch him develop.
He's a guy that's pretty self-confident, right? Really kind of competes with himself instead of worrying about those.
Well, I mean, yeah, no more than the other guys. I mean, 12, all those guys do it. 12's like that. JJ does. JJ understands that.
One more.
Anything? What we got?
Had Derek Brooks out there today. I know he's been more regular with the sun coming here, but I mean, just
Yeah, they come up and went to meet. Decatur wanted to come up, and he sat in the meetings, went out to practice, and watched everything, and then all that. Yeah, I got to say hello to him. I hadn't had a chance to talk to him, but it was great to see him out there. It was good.
How was that meeting with the Moonlight guys?
I'm sorry?
How was meeting with the Moonlight guys?
Oh, that was good. That was great. I mean, you win a catch. That's the epitome of what you do, and to come from nowhere like they did and be able to win it, and just great guys, great people. I mean, great people and young ladies, and I mean, it's great to see Florida State represented so well. Very proud of them. Happy for them. Happy to be part of Florida State and them doing it.
They're going to put you in a movie?
Yeah, I'd be a heck of an actor, wouldn't I?
Would you be Andy Fisher?
Huh?
Would you be Andy Fisher?
Yeah. I don't know what I'd be. We good? Thank you.